Guys, it's crazy that Celebration panels are not always live streamed. I understand you don't want to show the trailer for maybe some hidden content, you want to give it to the people who are there, but not streaming some of these panels is a disservice to the entire Star Wars community. Hey guys, welcome back to a quick video. Today, we're going to discuss a quick article I found about Star Wars Celebration, and it struck a chord with me because it's about conventions, it's about Celebration, the biggest Star Wars event, the biggest Star Wars con you could possibly go to. And the article struck me because it pretty much talks about whether or not it's going to be really that good for people who are going. Is Star Wars Celebration going off the rails? So let's get into this article right here. May 2022 is my first time attending Star Wars Celebration. Japan next month will be my third, but will it be my last? I honestly couldn't say for sure. By far my best memories from Anaheim and London come from interacting with some of the people I met there, hanging out during and after the show, and just enjoying our time together while we disconnect from the world and focus on a single thing for 4 days. Star Wars. I didn't make it into the two biggest panels at Anaheim, and though I was locked out of the Celebration stage stand in line for the Lucasfilm Studio Showcase panel in London, I did get to see the Ahsoka panel from one of the streaming rooms. It was cool, but honestly, I'm not pulling up my wallet to watch a trailer early for a show I'll be watching regardless, or to hear an announcement that I can read on deadline 2 seconds later. However, the way Disney and ReedPop have been systematically changing the rules of the game over the past few years is insulting and will be a big reason why I might not come back next time, even for the 50th anniversary. It's pretty interesting. I usually go to New York City Comic Con because it's local to me in my area, and they do have a lot of different nuances with, just how you go about seeing the different vendors and stuff. There's a lot of different lines. Even the way they sell the tickets, I think, is the most striking, right? They do it in such a way where you have to do fan verification to avoid scalping. And I think it's a good measure, but at the same time, it's a little strange and a little nuanced. I can't really speak to what they're doing at Celebration. I know some places like Disney parks will do like Lightning Lane if you want to get on rides quicker, which kind of sucks because it's basically like there's a poor door line and then there's a line for people who can afford it, i.e. they have like more money to spend. And it's already expensive enough, but I don't know if that's capitalism or if that's just the way premium access is given. It kind of seems like we live in a world where everything is subscription based, right? Even when you go to the airport to fly to another country or fly to another state, you have TSA pre-check, you have other services, and even your security, it seems like it's subscription based, right? There's a premium security where things are more convenient for you. And I just don't think that's appropriate. So it'll be interesting to see if that's the case with Celebration, but let's continue with the article. The day before the convention kicked off in 2022, word started to spread that, unlike in 2019 and before, the panels would not be live streamed on YouTube, and that only people who had won the lottery system to get into the rooms would not be able to see them. This baffling decision still gets on my nerves. What's the reason? The show's already sold out, so it's not like you're giving people incentive to buy a ticket. VIP passes, whose holders are guaranteed access to all panels at the convention, usually sell out within 10 minutes, and the secondary market of VIP passes is a whole other thing too, but I won't get into this today. Guys, it's crazy that Celebration panels are not always live streamed. I understand you don't want to show the trailer for maybe some hidden content, you want to give it to the people who are there, but not streaming some of these panels is a disservice to the entire Star Wars community. Not everyone in the fandom has a lot of money. Some people are saving up to buy homes, like in my case. Some people just don't have the funds or the resources to go all the way to Japan from the United States or from Europe or from wherever. Or what about the people in Asia who want to go to the Anaheim Celebration, for example? That's not feasible. Star Wars should be accessible to everybody, so I think the least they could do for all the panels is live stream them. Or screw it, put up a few days later if you want to make it seem premium. People aren't going to Celebration just to see panels. People are going there for the experience. So to make the panels a premium perk is a little bit short-sighted in my opinion. And even if you don't want to stream it on YouTube, I fundamentally believe all Celebration ticket holders should have the right to watch the big panels. We were just saying that. Creation of the streaming rooms and a random access system to them only creates a sense of exclusivity that could potentially alienate people in an environment where everyone is so friendly and welcoming. Literal strangers are rooming together and forming friendships that will last for years. And it's kind of funny, right? Because Disney creates this whole thing where everyone's inclusive, right? The basis of inclusion, they seem to market it so much, but they create exclusive things through money. So I'm not sure what the goal is here. Are you being inclusive or are you being exclusive? Or are you just being inclusive when you want to be inclusive because you want to just look good in the public eye? I understand the concept of exclusivity when it comes to these cons and maybe getting a cool seat like in a movie theater and making things in tiers. But I think since Star Wars is just a medium that transcends 50 years, I think you have to make it a little bit more equitable, at least in terms of going to the conventions. A lot of conventions nowadays aren't super Star Wars heavy. Like if you go to New York City Comic Con, it's mostly anime. For someone like me or other people where we have different goals in mind financially, spending loads of money for panels and just the ability to see the panel online is just strange. Again, exclusivity versus inclusivity. And, what's the goal here? What's the goal? So far, the biggest display of negativity I've seen about this issue has not been more than some loud frustration, mostly because people just want to have fun and will not be bothered by anything. This week, the organization announced that the lottery system to access the main panels is being replaced this year by an online queue on March 25th. If you want to reserve your seat for the main panels, you'll have to suffer through that green man walking more slowly than Han Solo frozen on carbonite. The main panels are focused on The Mandalorian Grogu, Friday, Andor Season 2, Saturday, Ahsoka, Saturday, and Visions Volume 3, Sunday. We'll get into what this might mean for news coming out of Japan some other time. And I get it, not everyone can fit into the room, but that's why you kind of wait in line. That's why you have other rooms where things are streaming, right? You make it fair and equitable for everyone who's attending and people who are watching around the world. Gatekeeping some of those things with money and passes and VIP passes, I don't know, I just don't really like it. Lottery system was a quasi-democratic solution to the problem of how to get people into the rooms when you can't get them all in. The system is not very difficult in its approach, but to me, there are two fundamental problems that ruin it all. First, you can only guarantee your own access to the panel, even if you bought multiple tickets, so people traveling with their partners or families will most likely have to split up. That sucks, but that's just kind of a side effect, right? Like, not everyone can be in there, and, it's an imperfect system. Maybe they need to find places with bigger spaces. And then, unless I misunderstood it, this basically means that it will be the same bunch of people attending all the panels, because once you get in, especially if you luck out and get in really early, we'll have access to all the other panels. Well, you can only select one of two on Saturday. But if you don't manage to get in early, you will have access to none, at least with this lottery system. There's a chance you can get into a streaming room for one of them, even if there were people getting into two or more that represented a small fraction compared to what will happen now. My underlying question is, what's the point? I question the decision of not letting everyone see the panels from the beginning, but if you're going to do that, at least the lottery system was as fair as you can get. This new model just throws everything out the window. So why change and why is it better? It just looks like they don't care. Next time they'll just sell out again, because people are there to have a good time, even if the organizers don't look out for them. And that's the biggest sin of all to me. And the main reason why right now, I wouldn't be buying a ticket for the next one. They better put on a good show. So it seems like the author is clearly frustrated here. You're already spending loads of money, and pretty much everyone going to Japan is spending loads of money, so everyone probably feels entitled to have that premier, nice Star Wars experience. So yeah, if you want to check out this article, and if you want to check out more of Star Wars Newsnet, you can find them at starwarsnewsnet.com, and this article in particular was written by Miguel Fernandez. So those are my thoughts. I don't think those panels should be gatekept from people who aren't attending, and maybe they need to facilitate a better way to get more people in, or at least have everyone have access to a streaming room. Not everyone's going to go watch the panels. A lot of people are there for different reasons, but at the very least, those panels should be streamed for everyone to see. Maybe I'm mistaken, and you can correct me on that, but I don't remember some of the panels being streamed in previous years, so kind of made me a little sad to see. I'll be covering Star Wars Celebration in some capacity. I'm probably going to live react to the panels or react to the panels afterwards on a YouTube video, and I hope to see you guys there watching with me as well. Hopefully in the following years I'll be able to go to a Celebration. I just didn't want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to go to Japan. With that being said, I hope you liked today's video. So for more content like this, definitely like, comment, share with a friend, and subscribe. It means the world to me, and it truly helps the channel out. Till next time, guys, stay safe, and may the Force be with you always.